Hello, and welcome to the second episode of the Lake of Rage podcast. We are a Pokemon trading card game podcast. I am your host, Kevin Clementi, aka Mellow_Magikarp, and I am joined this week by two new special temporary guest hosts. We have with me Locke, aka Da Locke.
Yo.
And Sack, aka Sack17.
What's up, guys?
So, plan for today, we are going to get a little bit of an introduction to our new co-hosts, see if you all like these ones better than the last ones. I want to say thank you to everyone who made the first podcast a much bigger success than I thought, but I also heard you. We got tons and tons and tons of hate mail about those last two guest hosts, so we're trying out these two. These two are hopefully going to be much, much, much better. So we're going to learn about them. And after that, we're going to talk about Players Cup 3, talk about the team challenge as well, talk about battle styles. We've all been playing a bit of that, of course. And these two are also on here specifically because they are both some of the best rogue deck minds that I have ever known. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you create some very interesting decks. And then we'll have questions from Twitch chat because we are live on Twitch as well. So start us off. Locke, how's your week been? How you been doing?
Oh, doing okay. I was in both PC3 and the team challenge, so doing okay-ish.
All right, we'll get to the specifics after, but okay-ish isn't that bad. Sack, how'd your week go?
Pretty good. I got the round 1 bye in the team challenge, so I'm excited to try to figure that out. And I skipped on Players Cup 3 for reasons unknown. So I get to play that, which is nice because I don't have to play that format.
Actually, that worked out perfect, huh? Wait, if you slept through Players Cup 3 or whatever your reason was, and you got a buy in the team challenge, you just didn't have to bother with the Vivid Voltage meta anymore.
Nope. Didn't have to do any of that. No crushing hammers. No more peek around. Wait, this isn't working out.
Wait.
Yeah, I think both of those still exist quite a bit in this format. Actually, Have you all noticed less hammers lately?
Yeah.
Definitely a little bit less, but still some decks.
We'll talk about whether we think they're going to come back or not, because I have some opinions on that. So we're going to start with our very first segment. We're going to get to know our temporary guest host a little bit better. And to do that, we're going to do some speed dating. It's platonic speed dating, of course. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a series of rapid fire questions, similar to what you would ask on a first date. And they are going to answer them as quickly as they can. No thought, well, maybe a little bit of thought, but just throw out your answers. So do you have a preference on who wants to go first?
I can start.
All right.
Cool. Sack, go ahead and deafen yourself so you can't hear the questions.
Oh, no.
We'll call you back. Don't worry. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Cool. All right. So Locke. Oh, wait, I need a timer. Locke, are you ready?
Yep.
Sick. I'm not. Okay. There we go. Am I? Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Checkers or chess?
Checkers.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Grass, fire, or water?
Water.
What's something you could eat for a week straight?
Cheeseburgers.
Rate your karaoke skills on a scale of 1 to Beyonce.
Mariah Carey.
Nice. What's your favorite TCG accomplishment?
0.
Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande.
Cooking or cleaning?
Cooking.
Netflix or Hulu?
Hulu.
Introvert or extrovert?
Introvert.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Jinx.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Depending on the steak, but anywhere from rare to medium.
What's your favorite deck you've ever played?
The Lock Rock. This is like a Rock Talonflame.
And that is time. We might have to talk about the Lock Rock. I don't know when we'll talk about it, but
All right.
Yeah, you're good. All right, Zach can't hear me, but I'll give him a thumbs up. So you made it through 13 out of the 20 questions, Locke. That is a D. That is a 65%. But D's get degrees.
Yep.
All right, Zach, are you ready?
I'm ready, unless there's a math question.
There is no. I did not put a math. I was thinking about putting a spelling question. That was my. But no, there is no spelling or math question this time.
All right, I'm up. I'm ready.
Cool. First question. Checkers or chess?
Chess.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Grass, fire, or water?
Water.
Oh no, Netflix or Hulu?
Netflix.
What's something you could eat for a week straight?
Pasta.
Rate your karaoke skills on a scale of 1 to Beyonce.
Beyonce. Wait, no, 0.
What's your favorite TCG accomplishment?
Pika Hammers.
Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande?
Taylor Swift.
Cooking or cleaning?
Cooking. No, cleaning. Either. What? Neither.
Introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Tyranitar.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium.
Favorite deck you've ever played?
Oh no, this is a rough one. Tyranitar, Sun and Moon, do a lot.
And that is time. So you both actually made it the exact same amount through 13 of the questions. Yeah. Hey, way to go. D's get degrees. I do have to say, the karaoke question I picked specifically because both of you on stream will sing quite a bit. So I absolutely love it. I love that both of you. Well, actually, no. Locke, you said Mariah Carey. That's like a 9.5.
Good enough for me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's not bad.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into our first question, or our first, not question, but our first topic of the day, which is going to be Players Cup 3. So I didn't compete in it because I'm trash. We just heard, Sack, you did not play. You qualified. You didn't play in it.
I did qualify. Yes.
If you could have played, was it a willingly didn't play in it, or was it something else came up? Or both?
Pokemon did this thing where they kind of announced Players Cup 3 pretty late for us. So to work around my schedule, it was too late to take off time to play in the Players Cup 3. So that was on Pokemon, but I would not have tried to play in it had I could play in it because that format's not great. Yeah.
What would you have played?
I would have played E-Turn with probably a Yell Grunt. I think I would have put the Coco Prism aside, right? Lightning Energies, Coco Prism, Spinner, they can stay home. But I would have played E-Turn with one Yell Grunt to try to slow down the opposing E-Turns. I think that would have worked out well. But I saw the Weavile list with the Darkrai Umbreon. I think that would have accomplished the same thing as one Yell Grunt. So that I probably would have lost to that. But yeah, I would have played E-Turn.
Nice. And Locke, you'd qualled and you did play. So how'd it go for you?
I actually went 0-2 drop, but I did have a round 1 bye because I was 32nd.
Oh, bro, so you went 1-2 draw.
Yeah.
Oh, it's way better. What'd you play?
Yeah, I played Azul round 2, which is in the mirror. And there was no way I'm being Azul in the mirror. So with Tempo Zard, where he's way better than me in that. If it was maybe E-Turn or a different matchup, I might be able to get him in the mirror, but definitely not in Tempo Zard mirrors.
What does the Tempo Zard mirror even look like? Is it just double blaze first and win?
Yep, and I only played one Reshi and one Heatran because I was expecting more ADPs to show up. So
that's fair.
That's why I played one Heatran, one Reshizard, and then in game 3 I prized my Reshizard, so yeah, it was over.
So what did y'all think of? So have you seen the who advanced for? We're gonna stay with NA because I think that's what most of us know the best. Have you seen the who advanced, and do you have any favorites right now?
I didn't really pay attention that much. Besides that, there was one Inteleon.
Yeah, pretty for Azul at this point.
Bro, how'd the Inteleon even make it?
I think Inteleon's was a solid choice for the meta because the top 2 decks played were Senti and E-Turn, so
yeah, some favorable matchups across the board.
Yeah,
I was super shocked to see. So I didn't like try hard for it, but I was like, well, I have to do something with my life. I'm streaming PTCG on Twitch. So I figured I would have played Scorch. And then it turns out like the day before on Twitter, literally every major testing group was like, we're on Scorch. We're on Scorch. And I was like, what? Why is everyone on Scorch at the last minute? So it's actually kind of a good play. Or the Inteleon, not the Scorch. Scorch was like awful. I think Brophy was the only one to do it, and that's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Every other Senti was a pretty quick O2 drop, I assume.
Yeah.
Pikarom would have been a fine pick without the fire.
Yeah, shoutouts to Mike Fouché ended up bringing Pikarom. He's been rocking Pikarom in all the online tournaments, and he was kind of like wavering on it because I saw him in like Celio's chat and stuff like that, talking about like, maybe ADP, it doesn't seem good. And then he's like, no, there's a bunch of fire decks. We're going to be fine. And he just bopped 4 fire decks in day one. Like,
yeah.
Bro, that's the big brain.
Also, like, E-turns, they all cut their power plants. Or they also cut their, like their reset stamps as well. So, like, it wasn't as unfavorable as it used to be, so.
The Senti matchup or the
the Pika versus E-turn.
Oh god, I hate that matchup. It feels so bad.
You just play 2 Yell Grunts, it's fine.
Yeah.
For the broken 4 hammer, 2 Yell Grunt.
That's the move. Nah. That got me through Players Cup 3. That got me qualified. 4 hammers, 2 Yell Grunt.
So that's what you played for your and I watched most of it on stream, right? So broken
all
4
50
hammer.
keys were the same list.
So gross. Locke, how did you qual?
Sure.
I mostly did with E-turn.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
I've heard of that deck before.
And that's why I didn't mind playing E-turn as well, because like I was pretty confident I could just beat everybody in the mirror. So
isn't the mirror legitimately just like whoever goes boom first wins?
Kinda, but I always stack it where I hit once with my E-turn, then I hit once with my Hoopa. So then they always have to get like boss on the correct turns to win.
Okay, so you figured it out. It's like an art that I clearly never figured out. All right, so that's Players Cup 3. I am personally rooting for the Pikaroms. I don't think anyone's surprised about that, no matter who's piloting it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just gotta hope for it.
Yeah, fan favorite for sure.
Who doesn't love a good peak? All right, Team Challenge. You both qualled as well. Zach, you mentioned you got to buy, right?
Yep.
Do you know anything about how week 2 or when does week 2 happen? I
think it's this week.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Okay. Have either of you heard about week 2 yet?
I don't know who my opponent is, but I did play week 1, so I could just explain why. Like, I know everybody else loved the team challenge, but I personally did not like the team challenge.
Why not?
So, pretty much there's 2 organizations kind of like half running it. One is tournamentcenter.gg, and the other half is Arcanine. So on Tournament Center is where you get your pairings for your whatever store versus whatever store. And then Arcanine just has a giant list of players, of all 2,000 players, and their list. So you have to go figure out each store to each player. And like some stores did not even like post anything about Team Challenge on their Facebook or Google or whatever news site. So my opponents actually joined my private Discord for like my streams and stuff, found all my lists, and then were able to like counterpick me all day. And because deck lists are due like Thursday night, and then they're visible 12 hours later, like Friday noonish Eastern time, or like Mountain time. Then like 7 hours later or 5 hours later, you get to like start playing your matches. So like my opposing team had like 5 hours to counterpick what deck gets to sit out versus our list of our decks, and we don't even know what they're playing but they know like all of our lists.
So it sounds like you lost.
No, we won because they pretty much played two ADP and Luke Metal, so
Caught a bunch of those.
and we played 2 fire and an E-turn.
They counterpick so poorly. What?
So the counter pick was just, I'm gonna throw some ADP out there.
Yeah, so our 4 lists that we had up were 2 E-turns and 1 Tempozard and 1 Senti. And then luckily one of our E-turns had to like go to the grocery store to pick up medicine for his wife. So he had to just sit out last minute. So that's how we ended up choosing who sits out. But if we actually played 2 E-turns against the Luke Metal, then it would have been a lot closer.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not a good matchup.
we'll take the free dubs for sure.
Yep.
So neither of you know what week 2 is. Week 2 battle styles legal? Like,
No, not till next week.
oh, that's disgusting.
Gotta hope not. So we have one more. One more best of 9 is how it goes. I think. Of this format. Great.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh no. I mean, I guess it's not bad. I don't know. Can you change your decks between week 1 and week 2?
Yep. You every Thursday night is the new deck list deadline date.
Okay. Are you planning on changing?
Probably.
I haven't submitted a deck list actually yet, so I hope we can still change it because I don't have one.
Oh yeah. So like every single Thursday is the deadline for the week for your new deck list. So like I'm pretty sure this week I'm playing Inteleon, and then the next week I can play like Battle Styles deck or whatever. So
Nice.
Speaking of which, let's get to the battle style stuff. I think this is going to be like our main what we talk about, presumably. But have you two played a lot of battle styles yet, or like any battle styles yet?
Kind of. I played Tapu Koko VMAX.
Oh my gosh. I get to talk about Tapu Koko. I know what you're going to say. You're not allowed to talk about it.
All right. No, I played Mr. Albertson. Pretty excited for it.
What are you enjoying so far?
I'm going to look forward to Tyranitar. I'm going to roll with that until I can't anymore and see how that goes.
Wait, just like straight T-Tar?
Yeah, maybe like another tech or two, like that in there, but probably just straight Tyranitar.
Locke, what about you? What have you been enjoying?
Mostly I've just been testing like single strike stuff, just because I think it's just like the way better set. And I even thought this like 4 months ago when they first got announced. So it's mostly because single strike goes through Zamazenta. So and
yeah,
it's pretty good.
And there are like so many like wall type Pokemon where like Corviknight, you're never gonna one shot me. I'm just gonna switch into a new Corviknight and heal all my damage. And like, well, I can one shot you with a single strike. So yeah.
The single strike, it gets through it's all effects, right? So it'd get through Full Metal Wall and Metal Goggles and
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like,
you
that's
can't
actually
wall
really
against
good.
that at all.
Yeah.
Because like what, you can do 20 for each energy, so you can do an extra 80, so that's 350.
Yep.
Holy, that's really good. I never did the math.
That is pretty good.
I did try like Primate, but I think it's just too clunky right now to make it like a tier 1 deck. So
I was just trying.
I know you were testing that before.
Yeah,
I would agree with you. Primate is it's fun. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Houndoom's really fun. I think all three of us are on the same page of like single strikes just seems better at least.
Right? After playing in like a hammer format and like Yellow Grunt format where all your energy got denied, to be able to Houndoom more energy on board, that sounds great. Sign me up. Like your hammers don't work anymore at all because I have Houndoom.
It's just it's just so ridiculous. You're just like out of nowhere, you're just like strong energy. Another Hound, strong energy, and just like out of nowhere, you suddenly have 2 strong energies and you're attached for turn if you have 2 Houndoom set up and you're just like sick. Like it may as well just be a single energy attachment. Like people always talk about the rapid strike, like you just need 1 energy, but like kind of also only need 1 energy for some of the single strike stuff if you have enough Houndooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So anything else that you've been testing besides, or the theorying of like, maybe this could be
getting
good.
into theories now.
And we
I go first on this.
Or okay, before we get to the theories, let me talk about Coco VMAX, because there's a chance people don't watch my Twitch and don't listen to YouTube and they found us somewhere else. Freaking love Coco VMAX. It is such a fun deck. Green's Coco VMAX, I got 25th at a 300 person tournament this past Sunday. The deck was so good. He is Boltoned, Electrify to the Coco. They knock out the Boltoned. You start paralyzing and stamping, and it's so good. It's easily BDIF, like by far. Or tier 2, whatever. BDIF tier 2. It's no real difference. Tier 3.
Yeah. Get popped so hard by any fighting Pokemon ever.
No, I beat a Rapid Strike Urshifu. Single Strike you don't beat. I don't think you beat Single Strike, but Rapid Strike doesn't one-shot you, so it's fine. You can
Single Strike is ridiculous. They OHKO everybody, and it doesn't matter how many energy they start. Like they could start their turn with 0 energy on board. Houndoom, OHKO.
Yep.
Man, it's frustrating, but it's fine.
Yeah. So Coco's been my go-to. Spiritomb also. I've really enjoyed Spiritomb. I think it's probably not as good as Mad Party, but it could potentially be in contention. Problem is, it takes so much more math. Like Mad Party, you have to know how to count. Right, so it's like it's not super difficult. Spiritomb, you have to like, it's like counting, but it's a different type of counting. So it takes a little bit more effort, and I don't think anyone wants to give that effort. I'm not sure if I want to give that effort all the time either, to be honest. Like
Bolton was enough for me. To the math, Bolton.
For the Bolton math's hard. I've played Bolton ever since it released. Actually, I was still playing Bolton and Pikarom when people said it was bad. It's just like
that +10 gets you every time.
Right? You're just like, 7, that's not enough to knock out a Zacian. And then you're like, wait. Oh, or God forbid the Luke Metal math.
Oh my God. You're like, all right, so 7, 220, 210, minus 60. Wait, what am I at? It's so bad. Do they Full Metal Walls or goggles in play? I have no idea. Let's just pray.
let's just click the button and hope that it does the job.
Yeah.
So, what else have I been playing, actually? Oh, the Cinchino Urshifu. Yeah. That was gas. Yeah. I'm really excited to see people play that. They just change Cheryl over and over again, then take a big 5-6 prize turn. Oh, it's so good. I'm super hyped for people to make that good, man. Because I'm not going to make it good. I'm not that good. You two can refine lists.
Yeah. With the addition of Level Ball, it makes a lot of things more viable. Like a lot of little things. It's like you can get Cincino on play now because we have Level Ball. It's great. I love it.
Right? Yep. So you got excited at the idea of theorying. So what things are you theorying from Battle Strike? Battle styles?
All right. So with the addition of Bronzor and Bronzong, you can move metal energy around. So that's more energy acceleration if you play Metal Saucer. So anytime we have like any Tabu Koko deck can now just play like Bronzong, Metal Saucer, and that's our energy acceleration for turn. Every turn though. So like Mewtwo, you just play like Aurora Energy, Metal Saucer dot deck, and then all your like metal lightning attackers can now just be metal attackers. So you stick a Vileplume with the Aurora Energy, Greninja, stuff like that. It seemed like so much fun with that. I also want to try Bronzong, Rapid Strike Urshifu, so I can just snipe 120 over and over again, maybe 150. That seemed like a lot of fun.
Wait, are you running? So okay, you're running Bronzong, Metal Saucer, right? You're running Rapid Strike Energies. Are you running Octillery too? So you can just like sit there, grab the Rapid Strike Energy, move the metal.
Who knows? We'll get there.
That's
down the road.
I'll wait for you to figure that one out.
Yeah, I'm not too sold on Octillery actually. It seems bad.
What?
In my opinion. Yeah. One of any card out of your deck every turn? Man, I don't know about that.
That literally sounds broken. That was a terrible way to start. You get any card out of your deck, there's no way that's good. Computer search, worse A-spec. Give me Rock Guard all day.
Seems alright.
Locke, what have you been spicing up over there?
I think I'm working next on like Venusaur VMAX,
Oh,
and then
Is this with Cherim and Energy Switch?
Yep.
Nice.
are you gonna play an Axew in there? Axew.
Maybe.
Just put the energy on the Axew, right? They can't crushing hammer it, they can't boss it, they can spit shot it, but it's fine. We're not worried about it.
Wait, does Axew say
so good.
trainers or supporters?
All trainers.
Oh, wait,
Trainers.
that's so it can't be hammered. Wait, that's Phil?
Can't be. Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Wait, that sounds terrible though.
Why not? What do you mean? It's like Regirock. We all played Regirock. Well, some of us played Regirock. Others can't afford it, but like, still, it's Regirock.
But like, why though?
So you save your energy. Like you know your energy are always going to be in play, right? So they can't boss up or target down the thing with the most energy. So then your Venusaur just gets to a lot of damage over and over again.
So we're setting up. Locke, are you on? You haven't said anything. Are you on my page
What?
with this? Is there an Axew in this deck?
I'm still testing that part out, but
All right.
because like I still want to play like a Bulu or a couple Bulus, and then like so it's just refining all the numbers.
I want to play Bulu just to play Bulu again. That was the first deck I ever built. I just like Bulu. I
don't like that it hits 160. I think that's an unfortunate number to hit. If it hit 170 though, I'm in. 160, not great.
160. Yeah, 160 is enough. You pair it with a Zangoose.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah, that works.
I don't know, because like
I forgot
160.
about Zangoose.
Actually, 160 sucks, huh? Because now the Urshifus have 330 each, right?
It's so unfortunate. Yeah.
So what's our magic number? 170 now?
Yeah, 172 shots E-turn. Also can bop while I guess you're Goon Ping away from Crobat, but you're KOing Dedenne, which is like, all right.
Oh, that's true. Wait. What even is the magic number? Do we have a magic number anymore? Or is it just hit?
I would have
Not
like
really.
170 to 2 like Oko E-turn to hit E-turn.
But then
or
you don't know
most females.
Kozashian.
Like
Are we just
like
going baby
theoretically,
clowns?
like the magic number is
Yeah.
really like 270 that all the VMAXs hit.
Right, yeah. Max number's 270, but this is Bulu. You have to discard all your energy on a basic Pokemon. So, like, what are we realistically thinking here? I would have like 170. Yeah, 160 seems a bit odd.
So we got Cherim, Venusaur, potentially with Bulu. We have whatever the heck Zach was talking about. Mewtwo boss.
Bronzong, I think, is going to be pretty good.
So okay.
I'll try it at least.
I played around with it, and it kept feeling just like an ADP deck. Because like you play metals, right? And you play Auroras. So it's like, why don't you just play ADP in there too? And it's like, well, I play metals. Why don't I just play Zacian?
Right.
And then it just turned into ADP.
I hit the sauciest ADP list on the ladder the other day when I was streaming. It was ADP Corviknight with Bronzong. So they go turn one Altercation because they just always had it like that. And then they just sit behind two Corviknights that would 270 every turn. And there's no more energy on the ADP. It's like, I can't even Oko you because you just heal with Cheryl. I bop you once, and then they moved it to Bronzong, and they go Cheryl, right? And then they would go retreat to other Corviknight, hit me for 270 again. Like, how do you compete with that unless you're fire? It was absurd. So saucy.
Sounds
so like, I'm going to try that one too.
Nice.
That just sounds like clunkier, like regular Corviknight to me.
Has anyone played regular Corviknight yet?
I'm not too impressed with it, so.
How come? Is it just like you can't string Cheryls, or is it just like you don't like metal decks in general? I don't think I've ever seen you play a metal deck.
It's really just because like you have to set up a turn 2 Bronzong, otherwise you kind of just lose.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
You consider just drawing.
How hard is it for turn 2 Bronzong though?
I mean, that's are you playing like a 4/4 line going second?
Right.
Probably
I'd imagine
pretty
it's
fine.
not too terribly difficult. If you go like, all right, I have to target down Bronzors turn 1, and then turn 2, if I have 2 of them, they never get targeted, because then you're just wasting your attacks. So if you target down Bronzong, they just like, all right, hit with Corviknight, and you're like, well, I'm glad I took 1 prize, and they just took 3, which is pretty unfortunate.
So since we're on the subject of Bronzong, that made me think about the optimal Bronzong, and that led down the path of, on Monday, the Hegster was won by Green's Dragapult. Have you all seen
Yep.
the list? What do you think about the Green's Dragapult deck?
I liked it. It was great.
I haven't seen the list, but it sounds spicy to me.
Like, is that a real
Alright.
deck in this meta?
Nope. It should not be a real deck, but it was great. It's 4/4 Dragapult with 1 Baby Blown, the psychic type that spreads damage counters on your 3 prize turn, and then 1 Amistar, and then all the green supporters after that. They played Experience Share for the energy, and how to get the Amistar in play. So, plus all the other stuff. So it was pretty cool, but I feel like you just get marted out of the game with that deck. Like that's all your opponent has to do is Marnie. But the Amistar was cool because they can't Crushing Hammer your energy, which is Dragapult's like a pretty big downfall in this format is Crushing Hammer. And then you also have the Experience Share on the Blown to pick up the energy after getting KO'd, or Pult if you have a second Pult. That's kind of cool.
And it's the, for anyone who's wondering, Blown, not the Fire Blown, the Psychic Blown that is surprisingly still in format. I actually didn't realize it till I saw that list. The one that spreads damage counters.
Cosmic Eclipse, right?
Yeah. I completely forgot that card was a thing. I'm not going to lie. It's, I don't know. When I look at the list, I'm like, there's no way this is a real deck, right? But I'm also kind of hype if it would be. It's like.
And it won, too.
It's so cool. Like, it plays the Denial package and the Omastar package. So it's like control. But also it's still hitting and spreading damage, and it's got Urshifu's weakness and stuff like that. And did it play Power Plant to shut off the Jirachi? / just because Plant's good?
I'd imagine so. Hold on, I'm about to look at the list. Yeah, 3 Plant, 4 Crushing Hammer, 3 Plant, 2 Experience Share.
It's also got the 2 Fan of Waves in there, which I think I'm a big fan of Fan of Waves. It feels this is not supposed to be a pun. But it seems like it should be good, right? So like, what plays special energy right now? Urshifu. Lightning deck. Does lightning, or do we even care about lightning decks even more? I know I just said I love Coco, but
I mean,
not really.
I'm still gonna play it. I think Coco Prism is like way nice. Like I'm playing an expanded. That's how good Coco Prism is.
Yeah, but like
the Energy Excel.
It's Coco Prism isn't a lightning. That's like Coco Prism's not a lightning deck. Like Tina Chomp's not a lightning deck because it plays Coco Prism.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But like, so like, I mean, like hardcore lightning. Like, are we still afraid of like Pikarom existing? Let's make the bold claim now. Is Pikarom dead?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Wait, Locke, why do you say
Fair
yes?
I think just because there's so many Urshifus right now that I wouldn't even bother playing for at least a month.
A month?
Yeah.
But we gained Mewtwo. I just go into Mewtwo instead of Pikarom. And if you're up against Single Strike, you just go Big Charm and then attach other Single Strike energy. Then you get KO'd.
You
It
should
seems like
attach Big
Mewtwo,
Charm and then they KO you. That wasn't a
yeah.
good argument.
Yeah.
It seems like Mewtwo would do the trick. I'm going to definitely try it again. Kind of like when around rotation when Pikarom, everyone thought Pikarom died. I'm going to try it again. Like, it's going to get slept upon, I guess. If you have favorable matchups in Dragapult, like I'm sure Pikarom bops this Dragapult list. And then all the fire that's running around, I think it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the reason Pikarom hammers exist, someone else may have come up with it eventually, but Sakir was the first one to top cut 2 Hegsters in a row, I believe it was, with hammer Pikarom post rotation when
back in August.
Yeah, everyone thought it was dead, and then I remember Twitter freaking out the first time. They're like, is this how you play it now? Did you just replace the E-powers with hammers? And everyone's like, no, that's stupid. And then the next Hegster Sak cut again.
Later, I did better with it. Got top 8, and then 2 days later on the Wednesday, I got top 4. The same list.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
So,
Good times.
if anyone's going to reinvent Pikarom, I would put my money on Sack. It's also the original creator of Green's Pikarom.
Man. Oh, that's my favorite deck. Green's Peak.
Back when, what regional was it?
Knoxville regional. I went 5-3-1 with Green's Pikarom, and Bolton wasn't in format yet. So you had to go attach pass, attach Greens for Thunder Mountain Spinner, attach second energy, Thunder Mountain, full blitz.
It's just
they played
so
Wait and
bad.
See Hammer, attach pass again. 5-3-1. It was great. I had to play a Thunder's GX because that was the only GX Pokemon that was any good. Only Lightning GX Pokemon. It was great.
Broken deck. So I think that's going to transition us well into the like main topic that I'm interested in. You two both play Spice for sure. Sack, we got a preview of yours with Green's Pikarom before Bolton existed, as well as ADP Gyarados and ADP Blounds, which Japanese Twitter thoroughly enjoyed.
Good list right there.
Yep.
Locke, you gave us a small preview of Rock, and I was firsthand saw the power of Frostmoth, Inteleon, Darmanitan, Barraskewda, which he got second at a chill tournament with. A very large chill tournament. There was like 150, 200 people there. So explain Rock real quick for everyone who doesn't know.
All right, so this was in Guardians Rising format, and everything was trying to limit your supporters or your item cards. So I was playing Talonflame in like most of my decks, and I saw a Lightning Rock, and I thought like immediately when I saw the Crunch Lightning Rock, I just loved the card immediately. Then once Guardians Rising came out, then you got the really good Lightning Rock, and then you just play like a heavy like. I've tried to play like every single type of supporter, so like it was like half control supporters and half like draw supporters, and then you had like two ways of winning.
So how? Because I've played meta like forever. That's got it. Play Zorogarm, play Pikarom, play more Pikarom, play Mewtwo. So I don't have that creative side. I don't think I've ever invented a deck that's like new. How do you two come up with ideas that haven't been done before? Like, what's the process like? Are you just like look through cards? Does your brain automatically connect the dots and say, clearly these two are good? Are you always just trying to find the edge, or like where is it coming from?
I could talk about this for a long time. So, Zach, why don't you go first?
Some of my ideas, I'll admit, have been memed into. I don't lie. Like, hey, what if we put these together? And they're like, that's terrible. And you're like, well, hold on. It's terrible, but hear me out. What if we tried it? And then it turns into something pretty good. So that's a start for some of the ideas. The other ideas is going through like cards, any like set review, any like new sets that come out, and you're like, oh, this card has a really cool effect. It's not good on standalone, but then if you pair it with like some of these other cards, you're like, all right, I see a connection here. It's not meant to be put together, but what if we put it together and tried that out? And then you go from there, build consistency, try to make it happen over and over again, and then succeed or fail based on that. I think that's where most of my ideas come from. It's just like connections, seeing cards that could go together, and cool ideas that could come from it.
Nice. So like you're the type of person who once you see cards, you're just like, this is interesting enough to care about. Yeah.
Like I hit some, well, like I see some like pretty unique things that can go together, like Hat Ladies and Baby Trio. Like, hey, I don't know how we ever get 16 energy on this one Pokemon, and then we have to take a KO the very next turn. Otherwise, they just beat us again. But once we get 16 energies on there, what happens then, right? And then how do we get 16 energies on there? You're like, oh, Hat Ladies came out. How do I pair that with Hat Ladies? You go like Magneton gets you Hat Ladies. there's very cool combinations that I would like to try out. It's like, see if we can hit.
Nice. And Locke, you said you had some stuff.
All right.
So-
So before I got into like Pokemon TCG, I was like a really top ranked like board game player as well. And the game I was like best in was a card game called Dominion. And that game is just like a deck building game. So it just helped me see like combinations of cards in the Pokemon TCG. So the skills just kind of like translated. And then
So
I've
real
also
quick
had,
before
like-
you move on, did you get better at deck building from playing Dominion, or did you pick it up and you're just like, I'm good at this?
Oh,
Or both, I guess.
I was just like, yeah, I was like ranked like top 5 in the world in Dominion like 3 separate years. So it was like,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
So there's a level of natural talent there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and one of the years was like the very first year at like Board Gaming World, so in
Nice.
2009
Nice.
for the game. So like everybody just knew it was a good game, so everybody played it, and like I just kept winning rounds after round, and like I didn't know how good I was at the game, and then I was at the final table.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine just like rolling up and just being like in the TCG right now, and suddenly you're table 1 in round 9, and you're just like, oh, guess I'm still rolling.
Oh yeah.
All right. So anyway, keep going.
All right. So I guess the other side of it is like the mathematical side, and like I've had like numerous different types of jobs and hobbies and stuff. So in statistics, there's linear regression, where it's alpha plus beta x equals f of x, and you can use that for like picking stocks, picking your card counting system, a whole bunch of other things that you can use it for. So alpha is usually like the power level of whatever card you're looking for, while beta is your like variance within that deck. So if you look at like Greninja or like Malmar, everybody says like, oh, that has like high variance, so that's the definition of high beta. And then like alpha is like the power level of a card, like how much damage can you do with that card. So I'm trying to like maximize when I make a deck, try to maximize like my damage output while trying to minimizing my beta of like how often I can get this combo. So like when I played like Rebel Clash, I played like Dark Box, and just because
Wait, what?
it was like, oh, whenever you get the 6 energy combo on Darkrai Umbreon, you just win all the time. And then all the other attackers are good, but like how often do you actually get that 6 energy combo? Which is very few. So but the deck was still decent enough with all the attackers. Like Darkrai Umbreon did 150 plus the 50 snipe. And that could just carry you through a bunch of games. So
Interesting.
Wow.
and then it was just maximizing how often can you get the turn 2 red and blues, or trying to go for different engine routes, which is what I went with. So I also went with like a Naganadel package and other types of engines in case I don't get the turn 2 red and blues, where all the other dark box players went for, oh, I'm just going to play like 4 red and blues, and then if I don't hit turn 2 red and blues for Savali and draw into Weavile, then I'll just scoop. So
So like, I get the idea behind, like, it's kind of weighing the like how good can the deck be, like the power level of the deck compared to the how likely is it to hit it.
Yeah.
But then how do you actually come up with the idea of Dark box. I literally, you said dark box, and I was like, Eternatus wasn't out yet. What is he talking about?
Oh yeah, just like all the attackers in Dark Box are actually pretty good because besides Dark Rod Embryon, you also had like the Guzzlord that took an extra prize, but it really just relied on like how often can you get your Weavile GX set up.
So it was like a situation where you're judging the power level of the deck, of like,
Yeah.
how good is the thing, but also you're just like, these are all good cards, let's shove them all together.
Huh.
Is that how you came up with the Frostmoth deck too?
Actually, that was more because I was like writing an article on like how to be free to play, and like everybody was underrating Darmanitan, so I only paid 5 packs for my set of like Darmanitans, and then it's like, oh, well, like
Stonks.
yeah. And then when I paired it with Inteleon, it was just to mismatch the weaknesses on both sets. So against like Pika, I could go Inteleon, snipe a Pikarom for 40, then hit their Bolton with their Mantan, which does 200. So once you do the 40 on Pikarom with Inteleon, the Mantan kind of sweeps the board. So and then against
Jeez.
Zacian.
Well, Sack's in, and Sack wants to
Yep.
go back to it and play this deck.
Yeah, and then against Zacian, like people kind of underestimate like the damage output of Inteleon, because 160 plus 60 is just really good. So like, I guess most of the ADPs I actually did hit the turn 2 Inteleon, and in 3 turns I won, just because I did 160-60 each turn.
That's kind of insane, actually.
Like, I didn't really care that I was benching my Crobats and my Dedenays against ADP because I knew I was just going to win first. So
yeah, you're able to take multi-prize turns, so you're taking more prizes at the same time.
Yeah,
that makes
Turns
sense.
out 160 plus 60 is a perfect 220. Sensation has a big 220 HP.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, with Sack coming in with the big math. And that is actually a super relevant math.
Yep.
So is there anything else you two would like to say on the topic of rogue decks? Creating, playing, being brave enough to bring them to an event?
Have fun with it.
Oh yeah.
Have fun with it.
Fun.
Yep.
Fun? What? Hammers is fun. You go heads and go, oh, ha 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 ha. Goodbye.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you definitely have to have fun if you're going to be a rogue deck player, because like I was looking at the like Dino Data stats. Like, I'm like 52nd, and I'm in like NA. But it's only because like I'm playing rogue decks like 90% of the time, and like I'm only averaging like 7 Dino Data points each tournament, because like I just go like 0-2 drop with Alcremie VMAX or whatever. So
yeah.
Well, we'll have to talk more about the Dino Data points at some point in the future, or like the whole Dino Data, because I think it's bro. I'm a little upset. Okay, quick aside. I played in the Sunday Open. I stuck it out in day 2 after I was out of top 8 because I was like, oh, I can get some sweet points. And then they came out and said like, oh, our season doesn't start till Monday. I was like, bro. I was supposed to get like 80 Dino points from this. I want the clout.
Hashtag clout.
Might have to start trying now that there's a good system out there for the tournaments.
Nah,
yeah.
I really don't care anymore. I until like rotation happens and IRL's back or whatever, I'm still gonna play like my meme decks and average like whatever, like 7 Dino Data points a tournament, while everybody else could just try hard and get to like 14 with ADP or whatever.
Ooh, ADP.
I'm gonna definitely meme for sure, but I'm gonna like try hard meme, right? We're gonna like, all right, playing more tournaments, playing more meme decks, and like try to do really well and not misplay with the meme decks. And
that's important.
Try hard memes.
I do. If there's any takeaway from this, I think the have fun while you're playing online is a big deal. Because even as a meta player, my Dino Data stuff was Lightning Mewtwo at the top, sure, meta. Then Donphan Spiritomb, then regular Spiritomb, then Orbeetle. So, yeah, sometimes you have to remember that there's not actually anything you're. I mean, there's nothing you're playing for, but you're playing for yourself. You're playing for fun.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're not having fun, you're just in a room by yourself playing Pokemon, just big mad at the game.
Bro, I feel attacked.
In a room by yourself, just mad. Like that's what you're doing.
Like, oh yeah, and a digital pack is only like whatever, like 50 cents. So like,
right?
Even if you come in like first, you're really only like winning like whatever, like $20 or something like that, and like it's not really like that big of an accomplishment to win like $20. No. So like, I don't really care about like playing my meme decks and going like O2 drop.
O2 drop just means you get to eat dinner sooner.
Yep.
Right.
All right. So we've got a handful of questions from the Twitch chat that we're going to get to. And anyone who is currently in chat, if you would like to ask us a question, any question, it is redeemable with channel points. So you can go ahead and do that now. And if anyone listening would ever like to watch this live, we are live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/mellow_magicart. First question.
I'm so excited for these questions.
What is the best evolution from Soda King?
Jolteon?
What?
I think it's Vaporeon. Potentially Espeon. I don't know. Okay.
Right, how can you ever pick one that's not Gen 2?
Okay, you know how I can pick anything? Okay, this is going to get us canceled. I'm sorry. This is probably the last episode of the podcast. The evolutions aren't that good.
No. They're not.
No, okay.
You have they're so basic. In like the first gen, you get lightning, water, fire. All right, fair enough. We got evolutions. They're cool. You can evolve into whatever you want, right? But then they're so basic. And then you get Gen 2, you get all right, Dark Psychic, I like it. Some new types, let's go. And then after that, you're all right, back to the basic types. Right, Glaceon, Leafeon, they're pretty cool. We got Ice Grass, haven't seen those yet. But they're so evolutionist.
Chat is really upset right now. Eevee's cute. I bought Let's Go Eevee. I like Eevee.
Yeah, Eevee's cool. But then,
I said Jolteon just because he was good in the video game, but I also don't mind Sylveon because Serena had it in anime.
When are we getting a Steel Evolution? Or Dragon Evolution? Could be one of those.
All right, the next question is from the Gyroscope Eevee, last week's co-host. What is the optimal Chipotle combo?
Man, I don't go to Chipotle that often, but I'm trying to get everything. Can it all fit in there? Put it on. Yeah, there was one time they had a double wrap it, and it still fell apart. And they're like, hey, can I get a fork? And they're like, here you go, bud. And I'm just like, this did not turn into burrito. This turned into just deliciousness.
Locke, are you a Chipotle person?
Not really. I definitely like all the other ones better, but if I do go to Chipotle, usually I just get barbacoa burrito.
That's fair.
Man, can we change this question to optimal Taco Bell order? Because man, I got some opinions.
That was not asked by chat, so no.
Got it this time.
That's not a real question, but I will take your points anyway. Okay, Slapjacks13 asked, what is the best monkey Pokemon card?
Passimian, because he's the throwing coach.
Huh. All right, what do we got for options?
So you're talking about the new Passimian.
Well,
wait, card?
He will be.
So there's all the monkey Pokemon would be, oh my gosh, I just forgot the stupid elemental monkeys. Simipour, Simisage, and Simisear. Any Primeape card, any Passimian card, and correct me if I'm wrong, those are Zarude. Zarude is also a monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it.
Apom.
Apom. Apom and Ambipom.
We have Guru.
Oh my gosh, a Rangaroo?
Rangaroo.
Oh,
We have Resource Management, Primate Wisdom, Instruct. Very good cards.
yeah. Wait, Instructor Rangaroo
Yeah.
is probably. I mean, technically, I guess Resource Management maybe, but
Right.
Instruct gets
But
my
you're not-
vote.
Resource Management is fine.
Apes are we're not being what's the correct term? Like cladistically correct. Any monkey is any sort of ape, gorilla, old world, new world. We're all counting it the same.
And lumping them together into Pokemon
Yeah,
that
exactly.
kind of look the same thing.
There you go. I'd say Guru.
That's a Guru.
Sure, why not? We'll do this. Jens asked, "Who is your favorite teammate?"
It's probably
we could skip that
Ish2.
one. Oh, I mean that's a given though.
Yeah,
bro, that's not fair.
Hold on, I got this. D mellow _ Magikarp.
There you go. Bro, I have to say Doom because Doom made all of my channel art for like free. that's a
I
lot
take
of
mine
money.
back. What is this? Zool.
All right, Muddy asked, "Is ADPZ really that good, or just preying on bad decks at the start of the format?" So we've seen a lot of ADP success lately. So is ADP still that good, or is it just optimal and beating up on bad lists?
Oh, ADP is just really good.
I'd be good, yeah.
Yeah, and they got Escape Rope. Like,
Oh my
Pretty
god,
much-
they got Escape Rope.
yeah.
Yeah, I got
saw a
body
list the other
blow.
day. No longer playing Switch. They're just playing Escape Rope.
It unfortunately
that's
does body
fun.
greens decks because they're
Yeah.
just like, okay, cool. My item is now a boss.
Yep.
'Cause,
Ridiculous.
Like I was actually testing like just the straight turbozation, and every single Escape Rope was pretty much a boss for me.
that's true because
when I played it.
everything on the bench can get knocked out because like most decks have like one VMAX and it's in the active.
Yeah.
So you're just
Yep.
like, give me prizes.
Yeah, Zacian can hit for 290 with this sword. Just ridiculous. 290.
All right, so I think we are all in agreement. Yes, ADP is actually not good.
Yeah.
Ozzy asked, "Will Locke ever throw for H2?"
No, H2 simps for me so much that he'll instantly concede.
Professor Elm asks, "What is the best way to play Rapid Strike Urshifu?" I'm definitely biased on my answer, so you two go first.
You want to go
Locke, you
first?
want to start? Because I got some ideas. I don't know if they're the best way to play.
I
Go
think
for it.
you have to play like 2 Empoleon, and then just max out the Rapid Strikes. And if you go against a Mew deck, then you have to just keep going. Switch / rope, and then keep hitting for the first impression attack.
I bet.
So you're playing a
Alright.
lot of switch options.
Right?
Yep.
A lot of healing options, I'd imagine. We don't get Acerola, but we do get Cheryl. So I don't know. So Green's Urshifu, right, with Magneton. You go Kuzmahala for Belt, Rapid Strike Energy, Dojo, right? You're just big bopping people. Turn 2. for a
Dojo
lot.
doesn't work with the Rapid Strike energy, though.
Yeah.
Swell. Pick one.
Okay,
Tower.
that's
I don't know.
just Acerium, sure.
Yeah. Power plant. So greens, I think I want to try greens with Magneton, or just greens without Magneton. So it goes Kuzmahala at least. Take Call, Urshifu seems kind of cool. I want to try Coco. Get the Lightning Excel, so you can just go Urshifu in one turn. I want to try Cheryl, where you just go like loop Cheryl, the whole Acerola Cheryl thing. We just zero pod over and over again. That seems like a lot of fun. I want to try Bronzong, so you can just go Metal Saucer to the Bronzong, move the metal energy up, attach Rapid Strike energy. That one seems good. There's going to be options out there. So many options.
They said the best way to play it, though. Okay, well, Sak gave you a bunch of ideas, which honestly, actually, Urshifu is so versatile. Sak may have just given us the BDIF.
Yeah, it's crazy. one of those, and it's in there. That's how you come up with the BDF right there. You just try everything, and then one of them works.
This is why you two balance me out on this one, because I'm just gonna say Cinchino. Just draw cards and play Cheryl. That's it. All right. Carson asks, what is our opinion on Salazzle Weepinbell?
I don't know what it does, but I know it does damage based on like how many special conditions, but I've never actually seen the deck in action, so
I hit it on Monday.
Yeah.
I was streaming Monday, right? Sack 17. So I stream a Pokemon in the morning. It's fine. Hit it on Monday. I was playing Delmice VMAX. It didn't do a whole lot. They confused me, and once I just switched pivot out of the confusion, and then to try to like poison and burn me, hit for 180. It wasn't great with Salazzle, and they were hitting for weakness too. So it just wasn't great. I got Marnied. You just like snipe Salazzles, target down Salandits. They can never get like another Salazzle up. So it seemed like tier 3 at best. Cool idea though, to pair the Horns and Weepinbell together to hit for 270 with confusion, burn, and poison.
I'm a fan. I think it's solid. It's not broken. Like literally everyone's like, oh, you hit the perfect numbers to OCO ADP after they GX. And it's like, I don't think it does that. I mean, like it does do that, but I don't think it actually does that.
No, because you just get Marnied. They go like, all right, Marnie. Because for some reason, ADP plays Marnie now. So they go Marnie, and you have a 4-card hand. You need to hit Yellhorn. Well, it is good. It's fine.
That's exactly why they play Marnie.
Yeah, all right, I need to hit Yellhorn, Weepinbell, Salazzle, Twin Energy off my 4-card combo. Like, to maybe take a KO. Seems not great.
I still like it. I still think of all the. I think it's a viable single prize deck. I will bring it to a tournament most likely at some point. I mean, we'll see. There's a chance if people tournament. Yeah, one of these online things.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's tournament worthy.
Why not? You literally just said bring a fun deck to these tournaments.
Fun good deck.
Bro, now I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring it to a tournament you play in, Sack, and we're gonna see who does better.
Okay, Shake.
Anti asks, is Sack the best deck builder on the team?
Man. No.
I don't know. Sure.
I have no idea. Sack definitely gives us the most
very
decks.
Good players on the team, though, which means I got to be a better deck builder than all of them. And Azul's on the team.
That doesn't count. He's a terrible deck builder.
Yeah, he just goes on the play.loan list and then takes someone else's list.
I mean, that's what I do.
Oh, that's right. It's just Thief's list.
We have both Senior Doom and Franchise asking, what is the optimal Taco Bell order?
So personally, I just go hit the new button on the tab, and then I get whatever's new.
Wait, you order from the app? Is that optimal?
What?
Well,
yeah.
you can just and today in COVID time, you can just order in the app, and then just go to the drive-through.
I'm big drive-through on this. I like seeing the screen and looking at my options. So, hear me out. This is the process, right? Okay. So, drive up my little car as I'm going, right? If there's a new box, you get the new box. Whatever the box is, comes with the drink and like a bunch of stuff. So, like box. If there's not a box, all right. Quesalupa, we're going to start there. Cheesy Gordita Crunch is always a go-to. 5-layer burritos, not bad. And then chicken chipotle melts are way good too. And for a drink, you have one option and one option only. Baja Blast with no ice. And if you want a second option, what's not allowed, pink lemonade.
No, pink lemonade is trash. Pink lemonade everywhere is trash. That is...
Man, that's not great.
No, Baja Blast is the correct...
Baja Blast, no ice. Yeah, that's the one and only option.
I agree with that. I disagree with the pink lemonade. But you never pick the second choice, so you're fine.
Yeah, never.
Wait, do you still get the Baja Blast during happy hour, though?
I don't usually go during happy hour.
Oh.
It's usually like 11 o'clock at night when I don't want to cook myself
Oh.
food.
Oh. If I go if it's between happy hour hours, I always get the freeze because it's
Right,
like
the freezy top
Yeah.
tier, whatever the green one is, because I like green.
Bro, green's the best flavor.
Yep.
Actually, that's not true. I
Good flavor.
dislike the green flavors. I'm always a fan of like pink, I guess would be. But not pink. I know I just said I hate pink lemonade. Pink lemonade's trash. Pink.
Yeah, but there's like a red strawberry one.
Oh, that sounds
Talk
good.
about that one.
No, I
That
don't know.
one's
I'm
good.
just talking about just general flavors. Like Jolly
Oh,
Ranchers,
yeah.
Starburst, all that.
Yep. Green's a little pretty good. Pink. Yeah.
Best go-to for Taco Bell for sure. And this is the general like healthy option if anyone out there is going for it. The Power Menu bowl with chicken. It's
What?
actually very good. It's rice and beans and chicken and lettuce and like salsa, and it's quite good. Highly suggest.
All right, I'm going to Taco Bell after this. What'd you say? Let me write that down. That sounded way nice.
All right. Roy John asks, what is your favorite full art supporter?
You could probably guess mine. Green's Exploration.
Your girl.
Oh, you got one
card
graded.
I own. Heck yeah.
8.5. What is that?
It's all Nessa. Bro, it sucks too because it's 9.5 across the board, but 8 on edges. So it's an 8.5 total. It's so upsetting. She was supposed to be so much better. But
Yeah,
Nessa,
that's
100%
cool,
Nessa.
I kind of like the Team Rocket's handiwork just because they're shaped in an R.
Huh.
That actually is a pretty good one. I'll support
That's
that.
pretty cool. The blue on the greens. I don't know why it's Green's Exploration and then it's blue. I'm not sure what's up with that, but that color blue just really does it for me. And it's a cool card. It does a lot of cool things. It's a very unique card in today's game.
And the last question coming in from Borrow. Are Bronzong Cheryl decks actually good? Or are they just too vulnerable to bossing the Bronzong? Which I played against a Bronzong ADP list on Sunday. And this was someone at the like upper tables, I guess. I was like 3-0 at this point or something like that. And I definitely just punished them by knocking out the Bronzong, and they don't play E-Switch anymore. And so it was just like a bad ADP deck at that point. I know there's no Cheryl in that, but it's like if you don't set up a second Bronzong decks are kind of don't really do anything they're supposed to do. So I would say yes, personally.
I think they're solid, but
yeah, depends on the Bronzong deck, right? Because if you're playing something like ADP Bronzong, then all of your energy gets stuck on the ADP, right? This is how it goes. But if you're playing things like Corviknight, so you get Corviknight active, you get bot for 240. Then you go boss Bronzong. Don't you just hit for 240 again?
Well, the Corviknight can't attack twice in a row. That's why you.
We had a boss Bronzong.
Yeah.
You got sent to the bench. So
oh, I
attack
see what
reset.
you're saying. That's true.
So
that's
you're
true.
like, all right, I took one prize, and then they go like, all right, cool. I took 4 because they go hit with Bronx or Corviknight for 240. Took 2 prizes. You go boss Bronzong, and then you go boss to Dynamic Crobat. You took 1 prize. I took 4. I'm gonna win this prize trade, even to try to get up another Corviknight setup. It seems like that's how it would go. So I don't know if there's ever an optimal time to boss or KO Bronzong. Also, I don't know if it's paired with Cheryl as much. If you're just trying to do 240 over and over again. But you could play if they're not going to target down Bronzong. But targeting down Bronzong seems so unfavorable for the prize trade, especially when they can hit that much damage.
That's
well,
a good
also
point.
depends on what deck you're playing as well. If you're playing like something like Mad Party, where you're never gonna one shot a Corviknight or Copper Raja or whatever, you have to go with the boss Bronzong play.
Yeah, that's it. So it's very situational.
Yeah.
Like I said, ADP Bronzong, you're probably targeted on Bronzong because then all the energy is stuck in ADP to the ultimate ray.
That's fair. This situation, they were all stuck on a Zamazenta because I was playing Coco.
Oh yeah,
and I was
easy.
like, okay, cool. Now you're just gonna hit me for 130 until I find more bosses. Sick. I win.
I watched that. That was funny. They're like, all right, so 130. You're like, all right, cool.
Right?
KO
Like,
Bronzong. Have fun.
all right. So that is the end of our viewer questions. And also we're a little past that 1 hour mark, which is our goal. So Locke, where can the people find you?
Mostly post on Twitter. It's the Locke there, and then I do stream on Wednesdays as well. Twitch name is also Deluxe, so. And I just started up a Discord last week, so if you need to ask me any questions, Discord is probably the best way to contact me, because I moderate like 10 different like Pokemon Discords.
How do you spell that? DA_Locke?
Yep.
Nice. For those of you watching at on YouTube or on Spotify, they don't know how to spell that, because I don't know how to spell. DA_LOC.
And Sack, where can the people find you?
All right. I also stream in the morning. Sack17 is my Twitch handle. I have a Twitter as well. Bramer Sackett. If you just search Sackett, it probably shows up.
The only one.
I have
on
a
all of
YouTube.
Twitter.
Don't check that out. Don't look there. I have a TikTok. You can find Pokemon content on TikTok. Yeah, that's where I'm at most days.
Nice. And you can find me, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at mellow_Magikarp on all of those. And we will catch you all in the next episode of the Lake of Rage podcast. Thank you all so much.